We have SZND and Wattson here. Both will be playing a first to two versus our pro player, Yata. After each set, we'll hop back into the group call for a mini coaching session to discuss the matches, unless the students smoke our boy here. So no pressure, Yata. SZND, Wattson, what would you say you're really good at so far, and what do you feel like you're struggling with the most in the game 2XKO in particular?
My first fighting game ever was Dragon Ball, and then I played 4 years of Strive, so I forgot all of it. I really don't have very much experience with tag fighters overall, and I think all I've kind of carried over is just ground neutral and like anti-airs and stuff. But like I've got no concept on how to do mix-ups or establish a like half decent block pressure in tag fighters, if I'm gonna be honest.
My first fighting game was also Dragon Ball Fighters. I have almost 1,000 hours, so I feel kind of comfortable with tag fighters. I feel like my strongest thing right now is kind of like controlling neutral a little with Jinx. What I'm struggling at is really just knowing what characters do, since I haven't played the game too much.
Yeah, the game is also pretty new, so there's going to be it's going to be really easy to end up seeing like new stuff almost every time you play the game, especially when the character power in this game is so high. So far, I got a couple notes here. SZND, you're feeling like pretty much getting your turn started is one of the things you're going to be looking at trying to really dial in on. Wattson, character matchup stuff, kind of seeing character to character interactions, wanting to maybe hone in on that. Yata and I will pop back into BM chat right quick, and then we'll hop back in. So let's
Hidden Discord channel.
That's right, hidden Discord. That's right. We'll be back. Okay, so we're going against this SZND first.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
The thing that they were saying, they're really wanting to see how can they actually get their turn started. Again, with 2XKO being an assist, heavy game, there's a lot of mechanics at play. There's going to be a lot of stuff on screen. Let's see kind of like, how he deals with big buttons, deals with calling those assists and whatnot, getting his stuff started.
Okay, he's got RA routes.
Okay, we got combos.
I definitely want to see, they have freestyle on RA. A big thing I want to see from them is their usage of Vi to sandwich something like this. Akin to that with Vi, since Vi has sway. Freestyle allows a lot of very strong options with like a mix-up into charging H if they block the mix-up on freestyle, and then going back into your teammate. Oops.
No, that makes sense. And one thing I do want to point out, though, is SZND did say if they got anything, some of those funnies and like combos and whatnot, some of the things that carry over. But like you're saying, seeing that sway into the sandwich pressure is going to be one of those things that tag fighters in particular are going to be good at setting up, kind of akin to something like Blaze Blue Cross Tag even, or Marvel Infinite a lot.
I could have burst baited there. That's my fault. Oh, whoa. I was going to burst the Ari back in the corner, but sure.
Oh, that was another good option, getting that mix. Just jump over with Echo. I am liking their use so far of how they're swapping back and forth between their characters, kind of keeping them alive, getting some great health back.
Yes, being confident in using both characters at this point is very important, and I do like that focus. Especially like freestyle, you're incentivized to tag as much as handshake as much as possible, and some of the times you'll get a hit on the first assist, so you're not going to stay on your point. So you need to be comfortable running offense and neutral on both of your characters and using both assists at the same time.
Yeah.
Which kind of sounds obvious, like it's 2XKO, but it is definitely something I see a lot of people not focused on.
Yeah.
Just like playing both characters, switching them, getting comfortable on point for both of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can be really easy to kind of like get into the comfortability zone of this is the character I'm better at, so I'm just going to hard carry with them. Definitely once you start getting good at really maximizing both of those characters, it becomes so difficult to actually secure those kills for your opponent.
She died? I cannot believe that.
Well, Ari.
This button's broken. Yo. Stinger.
Ooh.
Fury's another thing. You need to dash cancel that. Yep. Fury is so incredibly powerful that like being ready to play a solo character, well, quote unquote solo character, that can use the Fury to their best advantage is an important part of the game at this moment.
Yeah.
And getting that the Oki on Fury specifically, like Fury pop into your own combo. Not bad. I'm gonna go for chip here. Technically could have parried the the stance H there, but he could not have parried the super.
I see. Yeah, he wouldn't have gotten a punish on the super, right? Because the invuln, or is that at that point?
No. Even from the tipper range, to my knowledge, that's a true block string for some reason.
Really? Well, I mean, like, if they parried it, would they have been able to?
They could have parried the stance H, and yes, you can punish almost anything from any range.
Okay. So
sometimes. Oh, I'm
no, go ahead.
Sometimes like blitz hook. If you parry it at tipper range, it's kind of annoying for certain characters to punish, but you can at least get like your most long range option.
I see. Yeah, going back to getting their pressure started, what is one thing that you would say you want to see from Season to kind of get their turn started? You mentioned the sway with Vi, maybe like button, call assist, sway, and like right here in the situation, right? They went for rapid punch, which is like pretty much a guaranteed parry window, versus going for like a button into call assist, sway setup is maybe looking for more things like that, or what would you say?
Yeah, for sure. They're getting used to that block string of using rapid punches as like an ender. It's fine when Vi is sandwiched and you can tag to your other teammate, but you can't be using moves that are consistently parryable like that without your other character out. This is also quite unfortunate.
Yeah,
I could have optimized here and done a super instead of this, but it's fine. That's also a very common beginner mistake. The input reader for this game, if you hold back, you're going to get back roll on wake up, which in my opinion is cringe. So for option selects like what I'm doing there, if you just hold back on wake up, I'm going to throw you every time. See, he back rolled again, and it's just like, punish in the bottom right.
It's just like a down back, just hold down back, or how do you just like avoid the back roll?
Personally, I hold like straight down for a bit and just vibe. Oh, I messed up my combo. Whatever.
I see. So then, whenever you're actually standing up, then you confirm and hold.
Oh my goodness!
Down
What
back.
I'm doing? Yeah. Basically, I just have a grasp for the timing. It is kind of annoying. I wish they made like down back, not roll.
We'll hop back over to the other chat right quick, and we'll give the thoughts on getting that pressure started with Vi and stuff to sandwich stuff.
Of course.
I got farmed, brother.
That's okay. The game is
no,
difficult.
it's fine. Yeah. I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, I got thrown first situation, and then I go to Wattson. I'm like, oh look, I'm gonna throw tag at the next situation. I hold throw tag. It does not work. I'm like, did I mistime it? Or what?
Oh,
and then I go for it the
we are
third
going
time.
to get into that.
Yeah.
That is very important. I actually brought it up
important.
during the set.
Alrighty, we are good to go. Yata. Let's lay it down. Let's talk about some of the things real quick that you were doing good. Right off the bat, your combos were actually like really solid. Like especially that Ari combo off the rip. That's one of the things you talk about. Fundamentals that have carried over, just some general execution stuff. It's like really good. I think the biggest thing we want to talk about, getting your pressure started. Yata, I know you had some ideas on what Season could do for actually getting those mix-ups and getting this turn.
Get the notes up, bro.
Yeah, for sure. The big thing is he's on freestyle fuse with Vi. So with that combination, you really want to start looking for sandwich pressure. Since Vi has that sway and it can go really far and cross up. You're on freestyle, so you can just do like anything on Ari point into Vi assists, tag Vi in sway, while Ari is like doing a move like a block string. And Vi is then plus, she can do something and then tag back into Ari to do like a high-low. And that should be how you're trying to structure when you do have the availability. It is kind of hard to like explain fully.
Well, so
but, yeah.
I understand the sandwich stuff. I think me playing. I think Lee's seen some of the stuff that I've been working on. I guess my bigger problem with it is like I don't know which buttons I should be pressing, right? Because I see you do the Echo Yasuo side switch stuff, and you're like, you're like, I would assume you're negative edging, charging, standing heavy, with tag. And I'm like, oh, that might be something I can look at doing, like off of. But then I wonder how many tags I can get. It's just something that I saw that I might try.
I'll chime in on that real quick. So what I like to do is kind of think about building outwards for it. One of the things that pulled or that happened was the rapid punch by S2. I think to start off with, if you can start getting in the habit of, for right now, or at least for a little bit, killing the S2 out of your block string pressure, rather than doing S2, that should be your assist button. Because if you do the assist button to extend your block string, that is a chance for you, with if Vi's on point, to just do sway instead. But if you're doing rapid punch into the assist, your turn is pretty much over. I mean, the assist can kind of cover you, but then you're giving up a lot of plus frames, especially when you're on handshake tag. If you're on 2x assist, it kind of changes that a little bit. But whenever you don't have the assist, or whenever you're dead, or your secondary character is dead, so what happened there was a guaranteed punish window. They are able to just parry that. So I know it's probably something that you're like aware of technically. I know I can be maximizing this, but doing the building blocks of just working your block string back a little bit and say, okay, instead of doing rapid punch because it's easier, let me just make the first step of saying I'm going to hit the tag button, or I'm just going to like hit my heavy button and then tag, and then from there I have the awareness to start going for those side switches off of sway or going for like electrics and whatnot.
You mentioned charge H. It is quite good when you can get it off, but you need to, that's something you straight up have to lab. It's kind of hard executionally, and you need to be able to cover the entire charge or it's a free parry, right? So like my specific setups make it so you're in true block stun the entire time, which is kind of hard to do on the fly. But I would recommend experimenting with it anyways, as it is a very potent option for both freestyle and just any team that can cross up. The big goal of your team, in my opinion, is just getting opportunities for Ari to run her high-low, left-right, after Vi has done something, right? That's how I would start structuring offense. Something like Ari does a block string into Vi does a strike throw, into tagging back to Ari for one more mix-up. Before your turn is over. You can also consider starting on Vi if you're comfortable with that, and supporting the Vi first with like an assist. She gets on cross up and starts charging H, and then Ari gets to run a mix up. If that doesn't go right, you can tag into Vi for one more strike throw.
Okay, that's a better way to think about it, because I really didn't have a goal other than like, you know, get a hit before. Like that's always been kind of the problem when it comes to labbing this game, and why I've kind of focused on just like confirms for right now, is because I didn't really understand. I'm not familiar with tag games as I said, so like I'm not sure how you should structure like thought wise what you need to be like shooting for, because like every character kind of has a game plan, but there's 2 of them in this game, so.
Yeah.
One of the things that I think about for it is like, how can it be as greedy as possible while covering said greedy option, if that makes any sense? How can I just like extend, and by the time I'm done extending, my assist is back on cooldown, and I can just like hit the button again, or I have like some mix that's going to give me time to reset my resource. You can kind of think about it of, you play Strive, so Happy Chaos, you know how his bullet isn't a real resource technically because he has all sorts of different system mechanics and things to just get it back. That's how you're going to be cycling your assists and your supers and things like that in this game. You want to make sure that you have a contingency plan to always be recycling that assist, ideally in an optimal situation. Now, you mentioned the tech roll thing and like getting grabbed. I want to go over that right quick, Yata, because that's something at the end.
Yes.
Is it just fuzzy?
So it is quite cringe in my opinion. No, you're thinking about it slightly wrong, sadly. In this game, if you hold straight back or down back on wake up, you're gonna get something called a back roll. And rolls in this game are vulnerable to throw. So I was doing on offense was, if you rolled, I would throw it, and because you were holding straight down back, that's what was happening. It doesn't matter what you input, if you tech it, if you like whatever you do, you will get grabbed.
I was getting thrown on. Okay, I was getting thrown on the roll. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. I deadass forget that there's wake up options in this game.
Yeah.
I'm so down back build actually.
It's a good thing to be down back build most of the time, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, in my opinion, waking up normally is the best way to do it in this game, but you have a lot of options. If you just hold down back, it will get hit, unfortunately. I hope they do change that and make back roll like purely holding back, because it's something I see a lot and it's not explained.
Yeah. Okay, if there's any closing thoughts or questions before we get over into the Wattson set, or do you have time, Yata, or you got to play your match right quick?
I am sorry, I am in winter's
This is
finals
fine.
right now. I'm gonna have to make you wait.
This is chilling. We're gonna look. I'm gonna pull up the stream actually. I'll stop yapping so it's no longer a debuff.
Okay.
No, that's fine. I made a couple bad mistakes.
Oh, you're in the set right now.
Yeah, he's been in the set. It's 1-0 right now.
Another thing is limit strike like that. It gives you a lot of burst and meter. It gave me 30% burst there, for example.
Yeah, what are the rules on limit strike?
they're kind of weird. Hold on. It's based off the like hits you get, like the wall bounces, OTGs, stuff like that. If it makes the opponent like do a reaction, if that makes sense, then it's counted.
Okay.
So like everyone has one on charge 5H because it makes them crumple.
Hmm.
And then like stuff on like it's character by character. For example, Vi S2 has one on the final hit. Yasuo 5H is one because it makes them like wall bounce.
Hmm.
Just anything like that, to be honest.
Oh, but you didn't get the punish.
No, Ya has an interesting question. You've been caught. Ya, give up the Fury.
Oh,
Just
he was
dash
pressing
yourself.
buttons. He's dead.
Sorry about the wait.
And that's gonna be. It's gotta take it 3-2 on the road.
I actually have another content question. Resources in this game, spending them or not spending them. When say like burst is so nebulous to me in this game because like okay, why should I ever burst if we got Fury in the back? You know.
That is a good question. Fury is broken. A lot of rounds though, if you're routing correctly and it's like an even-ish round, you can burst if you get hit early game and then do a couple limit strikes to get your burst back up, and you can have Fury for late game in the same round.
All right, Wattson. So you're saying good old Jinx stuff, and also character to character kind of interactions you're wanting to look at. Is there anything else in particular?
Not right now, but I'll probably see mid set low key.
Okay. Bet.
All right. We need like for this game, in my opinion, we need like a mix-up showcase. If you're down.
I'm down. Yeah. Alrighty, here we are. Again, looking at the Jinx stuff, Jinx is an interesting character because, like, in theory, she's the quote-unquote like zoner or whatever, but she also has a lot of like set play stuff, and she has some decent enough pull-up buttons. Like, I forget which one it is, but the low that kind of slides her forwards can catch like retreating guard pretty well, amongst like other.
Yeah, I believe
options.
it's dashing M 66M.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a good push block from him. Made him not hold an entire mix-up.
Okay, so a very different approach, it seems, to the way that these players are playing Vi. Definitely, I see the kind of tendency to want to play the zoner kind of aspect. They're like hanging back, using Jinx assists to kind of cover Vi's approach option, and then running pressure. And now we have Jinx trap setups.
That's good. Yeah, I agree, and it's a pretty good approach to playing this team. Oh yeah, because of this.
Yeah.
This is the single biggest thing about Jinx. She has a lot of strengths, but laser tag is very important, and he's setting it up for it well. For those who don't know, when you're in double down, you're allowed to tag during your super, and one of the best ways to I'm gonna burst that. One of the best ways to use that property is to use Jinx laser super, which is her S2 super, I believe. And while a character's on screen, and then they get to just do any free mix-up they want, right?
Yeah.
It's really good in the neutral. So what that forces me to do is I'm playing like as fast as possible, just running into him. Which means he can like counter poke me, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I do not want him to have the availability to just laser me for fun.
What do you think about how they're playing Jinx on point here? We're talking about how they're using Jinx assist before to set up Vi to get her turn started. Instead, right here, running Jinx on point is going to be interesting considering the way that they are wanting to weave back and forth on that mid range.
Yes. At round start, it's good because you can represent, as I mentioned, laser tag. Obviously, he has Vi in now. You don't want to stay on Jinx to play too long of neutral. She's fine at it, but like Vi is a very strong. What am I doing? Vi is a very strong neutral character. So using her to basically play the game when Jinx super is down is a good methodology.
Yeah.
I like how he's playing so far. He's using the strengths of his team quite well. I'd like to feel a little bit more threatened when he does get the laser off. I think he's done it twice now, but it is hard to like develop the theory. Good on him. He didn't roll on wake up, as we were talking about.
Yeah. Makes
Unfortunately, my
stuff,
team is broken.
Okay. What do you think then if they do have Jinx on point here? Some of those concepts to set up their game plan. We see backdash call, builder assist. Do you want to see maybe Well, Pillars just kind of covers the air, right? Which is kind of a good option if they're trying to jump in. You maybe instead of, not sure what option they chose after that, but maybe setting up the Jinx like the monkey. We haven't really seen too much monkey from Jinx here after the Vi pillar assist. You know that's going to be a thing that bounces a lot. And there's like also like the trap, the little clap trap thing. I feel like they're playing the neutral good, but the decisions that they're choosing for Jinx's pressure aren't really converting to too much like threatening screen control is what it looks like to me. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard. Without an assist, in my opinion, Jinx's like pressure is her biggest weak point if she's not up close. I think you're like every character's in the game, if they can just like jab you and 2L you a bunch, it's like strong. Like at this point. But the minigun stuff like that, I can just parry and look for Zapper, for example, like exactly what just happened there. That's her big weak point. If she's up close, one good thing about Jinx is she has really good throw combos with down S2, I believe. It's a rocket that goes in the air. You just saw it there.
Oh, well, there's to cut you off right there. There's kind of what I'm talking about right there. I mean, they got a combo here, but after that pillar, they ended up not setting up anything with Jinx. Really, they kind of just like ran in. What are your thoughts about that? Of instead of running in off of Jinx, maybe using that time to set up the monkey, set up the bouncing trap, set up a couple other projectiles, and then you'll have your assist on cooldown after a bit to kind of start cycling those resources. Or do you think it's kind of fine the way that they're approaching pillar into pull up?
You just mentioned it perfectly. Oh, I messed up that attack. Cycling resources. Ooh, that's unfortunate for him. Cycling resources is the most important part of this game. Like with Fury, assist cooldown, meter, there's just a bunch of things to deal with. And setting up an advantageous neutral state if you're using your assist is a must. Nice. Oh, nice. Use of double down here. This is also a good reason to use double down on Jinx. She can set up a bunch of stuff right now. You see the thing. I'm gonna Fury burst. It's broken. And I lost. I should be dead here. Yeah. That S1 super, I think. Sorry, I don't play Jinx. It sets me up in the air, and even if I air tech, she has like a good 5 seconds to do any of the trap stuff she wants. Ooh, yeah. Like, she at least got a rocket there when she called assist, even though I wasn't, like, in it. Ooh, this got really bad combo. Which is good to see. I do want to see, honestly, teams in this game, you gotta pick them if they're broken. Like, you gotta be doing something scummy. I want to see him just straight up back laser tag ground start more. Because he's been using it in, like, kind of honest spots. I don't know how to explain it.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like we were saying about the greed in this game, right? You want to be as greedy as possible while still somehow covering as many options.
Yeah. And I have to super hard call out which version of the super she's using and, like, when.
Yeah.
So I have to make, like, 3 reads to beat the round start where he can just, like, press the button, right? And then he's in advantage. He does commit a bar to it and his assist cooldown, but it's worth it, I promise.
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's see if I can hit the 2 frame. I cannot. I wasn't even close. Nice, yeah. If I was smart here, I would burst, but honestly, I'm just gonna play for my own Fury.
But true. Fury Echo with meter install.
With 3 off of last stands, you know the vibes. I do need to play Objective Survive for like a couple seconds here. For my assist cooldown, that's scary. Oh my gosh, I did Yata win wall assist you. Oh, I'm bad at video games. What is going on? I am so sorry.
I can't believe that happened.
What is going on?
This is a scramble.
Last time. Air throw? Oh, shoot. Yeah, sadly, you're just gonna get chipped out there.
Yeah. It's good, scrambly at the end there, but yeah, they're I feel like again they're executing a lot of the concepts for the team correctly, but we gotta get greedy. We gotta get greedy.
Yes. All
right.
I want to see a little bit more stagger pressure from the Vi, like run up 2L. It's her big thing, and the target combo I believe on her is a big strength of her. The run start laser, like I was saying, and then using Vi S1 in neutral plus an assist is also a good way to skip neutral. It covered the ground really well, and you're just plus in their face with Vi. Overall, he didn't do too bad.
Alrighty, so overall, really good. Some of the things we want to talk about, I think that what you were doing well is we felt like you were executing your team's strategy really good with the way you were weaving the mid-range back and forth between Jinx and whatnot, and also when you had Vi in, using the Jinx assist to set up a Vi pressure, and then you would start running stuff with Vi. One of the big things we want to see, though, I would say, is more greed. As funny as it sounds, we were talking earlier about being as greedy as possible in certain situations while still keeping your options open and covered. So the biggest thing that comes to mind is when you had Jinx up, you would do, again, good thing here, calling by pillar assist. It covers the air, like a jump in approach. It also covers someone running in at you laterally. The problem was that sometimes you weren't maximizing the situation. You would run in with Jinx right afterwards, when we think there might be situations where you could get like monkey set up, you could get the trap set up, you could be just filling the screen with more shenanigans with Jinx, so that way by the time your opponent actually maybe gets through all that, you again have your assist back from cooldown, and you can just start looping that game plan again. Is what we were talking about.
Yeah, I could have been. The reason I really wasn't trying to like do all that is just because one thing. You also owe air pillar.
That is fair.
When I was playing in diamond lobbies, like when a lot of Yasuo's set up wind pillar and just set back. So I honestly thought Yata would kind of do that because, to be fair, I didn't really examine his gameplay beforehand. So that's what I was trying to get ready for and all that.
Okay, here's an argument I would throw in there right quick, Yata, before you say anything. And I don't know if you want to add to that, but I would argue until they show you it, I'm not caring. Low key, that's my own personal approach to the game plan. It could be wrong, but if I don't see the wind pillar, it's like, okay, dude, show me that or that I'm going to force this interaction out. Because a lot of times, if you're gonna set up Yasuo wind pillar, that allows you to use like Vi, set up a quick tag in, start doing sway stuff, run up, and get your pressure in with Vi's rush down stuff because they're starting to commit to that wind pillar. So that's kind of like the ebb and flow between playing two different characters. You want to still use your character's strengths, in my opinion. Jinx can fill the screen up with a lot of shenanigans, and until you see the wind pillar, you don't have a reason to switch your gameplay. You're almost like preemptively switching your gameplay. That's my opinion on that. Yada, I don't know if you disagree or agree or want to add on to that.
So this is kind of layered. I'm going to start this conversation off with the most obvious point, in that Yasuo doing wind wall is reactable to laser super. It is kind of hard. I would recommend practicing it sometime. This is not the only solution. I have a couple more in my mind. But if you have a meter, you can straight up just Jinx laser super it. It will hurt Yasuo. He will get hit, and it will go through the wall. The wall does not beat laser super. But otherwise, a big part of your team's game plan is like getting the time and like resources necessary to set up, especially with meter, obviously for laser tag, blah blah blah. And if Yasuo is committing to wind wall, what is he getting? Like obviously he's protected, but he's way over there, and he makes you block like either the beam or the tornado. But it's not like he's in for free. It's not like Gold Lewis drone, for example, where he's just in. He's just kind of biding his time and trying to make you do something, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a valid concern, though. I do like that methodology. And I wouldn't, after calling assist, I wouldn't try and set up every time. It is just something to represent, but also making me block like a 6-6M, which you were doing, I believe, and stuff like that is also a valid game plan. Or even setting up like one rocket for Vi and then tagging into Vi. Stuff like that.
Yeah, like we were saying, you definitely were executing the game plan, I think, of your team pretty well. Yeah, there were just certain situations that could be more greedy or just rotating different options, and that kind of goes into one of the things that you wanted to work on too, was character-to-character interactions. We know now the super ends up, if you lab it out, smoking like Yasuo wind wall and stuff. So now that's something that you can look out for and sort of start building your matchup strategy around, of saying, okay, maybe I do want to play around wind wall, maybe I don't. Either way, I know that I have this in my back pocket in case they do see it, that I have level 1. I can just go ahead and just pop the beam, punish them for it. Speaking of that, you're running double down, which is really good with Jinx super, because you can do super double down like tag and then start running mix. That's something that so you do a couple of times. So definitely on the right track with that as well. Overall though, yeah, both you guys did really good. I hope that there's been some positives here. Either of you guys have any other questions or want clarifications, thoughts, suggestions on anything that we talked about so far?
My question is, so that parry at the very end of the game, I was trying to parry Echo's 2L. Could you even do that?
You can, but it is, for one, it's hard, and for two, parry is separated in this game to mid and low parry. Low parry can only parry lows, not even mids. And then mid parry can hit mid and high.
Oh, really? Low parry can't hit
I
have to
did
hold
not
down the
even
parry.
know there was an up and down parry, bro.
I didn't know there's 2 parries. Wait, what?
Yeah. They look like basically identical. Hopefully they change that. Who knows?
I
Maybe
didn't,
they make one
I
like
didn't
orange
know
and
stand
blue.
parry lost to, or low parry lost to mids. I didn't know that. That's
Yes,
crazy.
that is actually very important.
You know what? They
Um,
mentioned that
This
in
game
the
would be a
dev
lot
stream.
worse if
Yeah.
it did not lose to mids. I promise you.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
that's
people-
why I just outright lost. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are on the right idea though. Parry is oftentimes the only solution to messed up scenarios in this game,
Mhm.
which feels bad to do, but sometimes you just gotta run it, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of messed up scenarios, one thing I did want to cover is we talked about Time Winder. I think this is before you joined the call, Yata. What do you say,
Okay.
like Time Winder neutral, like up back Time Winder, run up aerial Time Winder? What's one of the more consistent ways to deal with that? Would you say you just hold it, run up 2H, character specific?
It is kind of annoying. On Vi, if you have the correct timing, Sway goes through projectiles, which is a way. You can also try and air-to-air him, like meet him on the same height, and then do like a Yasuo JM, or whatever your best like air-to-air normal is, and it's fine. If you manage to outmaneuver it, then you can punish Echo all the way until he lands. So that's also another option. But I'm gonna be real Time Winder. Air Time Winder is very annoying to interact with.
This is true.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have one question.
Good, you're
Of
good.
course, don't be sorry.
So this is for Yata. How do you like counter back? What is that back defend? Like the blue thing that you keep going back
A
with?
Oh,
retreating
retreating
guard?
guard. Yeah.
Retreating
Um,
guard. Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple ways. The easiest way is to get into a sandwich, but if your team doesn't have that as an availability, during the retreating guard animation, they are locked in it, and you can low them. It is vulnerable to lows, and you will get a counter hit starter. So if
Okay.
you're close enough, you can like look out for it and press a 2L. Otherwise, it also has extended block stun duration, so that means you're more plus and can do whatever your team needs to do with those plus frames. But overall, if you're just like hitting a 5M and they're matching retreating guard, it is quite annoying to catch up to.
I guess my last question is just about like once again on the resources thing. Is there, because there's been a few times I've seen you play, you don't spend like all your bar. Like say you get like a combo, you opt to go for like something on roll or on standing, like instead of using the bar.
Yeah.
What kind of decision making are you doing there? Like do you think you should always have one bar for parry or?
One bar for parry is obviously a good benchmark, but sometimes you'll need to lose it. It does depend. I personally don't play double down, so I'm using my super less. Because my biggest priority is getting 2 burst around or like getting up to burst. And Limit Strike gives you that, because Limit Strike is broken. It's like Strive positive bonus, but instant, if that makes sense. You get a bunch of meter, a bunch of burst, and then it sets up my win condition, which is Echo doing install into option selecting you. But every team is different. You can get a lot of damage with stacking supers, and you are incentivized to do so, especially with a Jinx team.
Yeah, I think win condition is a good like approach to it, right? Say the combo that you're doing isn't going to do like lethal damage anyways. If you have a certain routing that is going to be like, okay, I can use my assist to set up the next touch. I can like meter dump like 2 meter and actually hit them. That's like a situation where you just have to look at where you're at on the screen and combo routing. I think dumping meter for kill is pretty good. I would say as a benchmark because you're not having to worry about, for instance, things like 2x assists. If they're running 2x assists or whatever, they're not going to have the access to that whenever on their second character. They might have, shenanigans like last stand super, but not recovering gray health is going to be a huge thing. It does put Fury on the table for them, but if you're able to burn their Fury and run away, that's going to put you at an advantage for the next round, especially if you get that kill. So I think just looking at like your combo routing, how much damage you're going to get from the hit, and looking at what your likely next hit is going to be is going to determine a lot of how much meter you should be dumping. And also, like Yata was saying, team dependent, also matchup dependent. Certain matchups, parry is going to be a bit more common. For instance, like Darius, if you show that you can parry the first thing from Darius, like their string, it's going to force them into a little bit slower of a strike throw game plan. They can't just like willy-nilly like do their shenanigans. So just kind of having the one bar in your back pocket versus a character like that could be something to think about. But yeah, overall, I think it is ideally you want to be two touching if possible in this game. So looking at your resources like that is what I've been doing. And it might develop into a different way. This might be incorrect, but my approach has been looking at, okay, how can I get my two touch? And that's kind of goes for all of the resources, like your tag as well.
For sure, yeah. Two touching is, if you can set up into it like one good hit in neutral into a mix up kills them, it's a super good way to play the game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
All right, word then. Chill. If you guys want to learn how to play Yasuo like this guy Yata here, we did a Yata guide, or we did a Yasuo guide on the channel. You can watch that.
Yeah, I just think there should be a like incentive for you to actually customize your character. I'm a little tired of the default Daniel, bro. It's 2 weeks in, no excuses, bro.
All right. This video gets how many likes? If we get 100 likes, all right, I'll change my avatar from default Daniel. All right.